Fourth grade Unit 2 is focused on multi-digit multiplication, and it's a real departure from at least when I was taught math, we were just taught to set our numbers up like this and do the algorithm. And I had a vague understanding of why, but I certainly didn't really get it, and I never had to justify this or write about this. In fourth grade, this setup is not taught at all. And one of the reasons is because it is hard to explain and it is hard to justify. The standard says to multiply, but to do it using strategies based on place value, the properties of the operations, and then to be able to illustrate and explain. And so they don't actually learn this algorithm until sixth grade, where it says to multiply, you'll see the words fluently using the traditional algorithm. And so what does it mean to use place value? Well, so first of all, we would take that number 247, which is kind of hard, and we'd think of it instead as 247, because it's actually pretty easy to multiply 200 by 9 and 40 by 9 and 7 by 9. So this is using place value. And we can also think of this as the distributive property, because we're taking 247 and multiplying each piece of 247. And we can show all of this using an area model, because students in third grade learned that you can find different areas. So let's say you did the area of something that was 9 times 20 and the area of something that was 9 times 6 and put them together, or just think of it as put together in the first place, 9 times the full 26. They learned that in a really basic way, and so now we can just extend that and say, okay, well, let's multiply 9 times every part of 240 and 7. And this can be represented with an equation. We could actually take real units and make arrays, make rows, or this is called the area model. And so you can see this is really different than what we did to just get the right answer. Kids are very accurate with it. The trick here is to explain, right? To be able to talk about all of it. Students need to be able to multiply it 2 by 2, 3 by 2. That's the highest that they need to go in fourth grade. And one thing I'll just mention is that depending on how the unit goes, we might also just insert the metric system a bit and adding and subtracting metric units. Two reasons for that. You use multiplication to convert in the metric system, so that's a connection. But then adding and subtracting metric units is a precursor to adding and subtracting fractions.